Hey everyone, this is Roldy. I hit legend. Actually, I hit legend about a week ago now. I've been kind of sitting on making this video now, but I want to showcase this team one last time because I think it really works. It's a Machamp with a double flyer line. And pretty much as I was reaching legend, I got up to 2999. And then had one more set left. I went 2 and 3, so I didn't get my legend that day. Waited till the next day. I got 3 2 3s in a row. I tanked. I think I don't know how far away I was at that point, but obviously I had lowered it. And then my last two sets of that second day are these sets. So I had to do well in order to make sure I actually hit legend. So let's get into these battles as I like this team a lot. It's a team that I designed myself, but it's an ABB line, and I'll kind of explain my thinking as I run into some leads. So the Galvantula lead here, terrible lead, so I switch immediately into Talonflame when I do that. Sometimes they decide to stay, sometimes they don't. They counter switch with a Kingdra, so I have to go Brave Bird because Flame Charge doesn't do anything. At this point, I gotta let my Talonflame go, but at least I can come back in with Machamp and farm this thing down, and then get closer to a Rock Slide to threaten the Galvantula. But it didn't come in. They come in with Jellicent, which is another really terrible Pokemon for my team. And I go Rock Slide. They don't shield. I'm not gonna shield because I'm calling their bait here, and they do bait, which is great for me. I go into my Drifblim. They go into their Galvantula. So at this point, things are looking okay. Technically, this team just destroys my team. Right, Galvantula is really difficult, and Jellicent's also very difficult as it's super bulky and annoying. And then they with the bait potential, I get both their shields. I think I'm gonna decide to let this go at this point. Let's see. There's a discharge. I'm gonna come in with Machamp. I throw immediately. I'm not sure. Maybe I could have farmed a little bit more energy, but I do have a shield, so I'm feeling good that I can get to the Rock Slide, and I get there before they get to. What I'm assuming they're going for Shadow Ball because they should have been at a Bow Beam by then. But as you can see, I was able to overcome a really horrible lead there. Off to a good start here. Next against Zack Attack, 1295. Let's see this battle. Charizard lead, another bad lead with Machamp. So I switch into Talonflame immediately. And I usually just go straight for Brave Bird. I let them throw first because I know I'll survive any move. They throw a Dragon Claw. I actually it looks like I'm going for Flame Charge. At this point, I have to shield because the Dragon Claw might take me out here. And I'm not a double Flame Charge, so maybe they're going to think I'm baiting. It's weird that they decide to stay in. As you can see, I'm over tapping there, making rookie mistakes with the Incinerate. So they decided to stay in. So something in the back is weak to fire. When things are weak to fire in the back or a flyer, they're usually also weak to Drifblim. So let's see what it's in the back. Okay, so this thing is definitely weak to Drifblim, and they're not switching out, which lets me know that there's probably a Venusaur in the back. I don't know what else could be so weak to. Okay, so actually this thing is not horribly countered by Drifblim because it does have Rock Slide. So their error there was kind of not switching out fast enough to Tangrowth. They let me farm a lot, which gave me that energy that I needed to start debuffing it. Lets me survive the Rock Slides. I should be able to get to one more. I do. Oh, I switch, and I bank the move, which is actually a good play. And at this point, I'm just throwing just to throw. All I need to do is get to that Icy Wind and make sure that they don't have a move. And then luckily they're forced to throw here. So they might not have a move ready for Drifblim. And I throw my Icy Wind, and that should be a GG, surviving with like almost 1 HP. This is an XL Drifblim, so that's something new that I added to the team. that it took me a while to build. Or I used to use my Hundo Drifblim, but now this is a rank 78, I believe, XL. It makes a difference, especially in the Empoleon matchup. Another horrible lead. So as you can see, I have a lot of bad leads here. I have to go into Drifblim here. I cannot save swap Talonflame. They usually will stay in because they know that they can hurt me with Crunch. And I go for straight icy wins every time. So because they're staying in, that's actually good for me because Gyarados counters 2 of my Pokemon. Maybe I should have shielded and farmed down, but I guess we let it go because maybe they're weak to a flyer in the back, which is probably what I noticed or realized. They actually had a Snorlax, which is interesting that they didn't switch out to counter my Drifblim with Snorlax, especially because they don't want Snorlax to match up with Machamp. But that happens with the Gyarados matchup. People will stay in because they know that Gyarados has good matchup against Drifblim too. So I would say that was a mistake on my opponent's part because they definitely had me countered. Actually, they still have me countered. This is not good. I think I should have shielded that last crunch and actually took switch advantage. Not sure, but I assumed that whatever was in the back was going to be very weak to flyer, so I decided to let it go and double shield my Talonflame. But I don't think this is enough. Yeah. Actually, do I win this? Do they have a move? They don't. Okay. Never mind. It still worked out in the end. Talonflame coming in clutch there. So that's what are we at? 4-0? Is this a last battle against Bogchick? Would the 5-0 get me there? I don't know. I don't know where my Elo's at this point. Do you remember being very stressed out? Okay, so here's where the XL Drifblim kind of comes in handy. You want to go for Icy Wind first. And bait that you're throwing Shadow Ball. Sometimes they shield, which is great. Most times they don't shield. But the reason you want to go Icy Wind first, and it's weird that they went Drill Peck. The player's making like weird moves, but because you go Icy Wind first, sometimes it lets you get to the third move, which is right here. Where if I go Shadow Ball first, I don't get to a third move. So sometimes that comes in handy. And that's something that only also works with the XL Drifblim. It doesn't work with the 100% IV Drifblim. It wouldn't survive that last little bit. Okay, so things are looking okay here. Because I have 2 shields. So I just got to make sure I shield Octazookas. Try to hopefully not get debuffed. But I'm probably going to get debuffed anyways. Because Octazooka is like 100% debuff chance. I got debuffed. So I have to revamp my attack a little bit. And then go for the Brave Bird. Let's see if it's enough. At this point, I think I'm back to normal. It should be enough. Barely enough. This is not going to be good, though. Okay, I'm going to lose this match. And this player did a lot of weird moves, too. And I still managed to lose that match. Okay, so this is the last battle of this set. Against Arayo. Or both. Alright, so Swampert lead. I stay in. Swampert is super annoying. So I want to get rid of it. Machamp does win in the even shield scenario. At least Shadow Machamp does. You can tank a Hydro Cannon. From the Shadow, you can tank it, but it leaves you very low. You could get potentially much shot down if they shield. So kind of want to even shield here. Here it might be worth shielding and farming down, but I decided to let it go and just kind of they switch into their own Machamp, but I'm able to switch into Drifblim. Drifblim can survive a Rock Slide. I decided to let it go. I'm going to save my shield for Talonflame because I know I can survive this. I'm going to go straight for Shadow Ball. And I overfarmed a little bit in case the Swampert comes back in. I can throw an Icy Wind at it. Come back in, Swampert. There it is. Can probably farm down at this point. Shield, farm down. I decided to shield, farm down, throw an Icy Wind at whatever comes in. Make it to debuff it. And as Cavalier, so this is a GG at this point. I'm like, okay, good. Now, finally, getting some elo points back because I had, remember at this point for this day I had 2 and 3s in a row after being at 29999. So I get a 4-1. And I get a rufflet. All right, last set. Where are we at elo wise? We're at 2995. Oh god, it hurts. I still need a 3 and 2 to win. Last set here. Drifblim lead. This is not good. I'm going to go into my own Drifblim, I believe, and see what they decide to do. I go for the Icy Wind. I lose CMP usually now because I am running one that is higher ranked. I shield because I don't want to be stuck with this Drifblim. They smartly don't shield, but they decide to go for the Shadow Ball, so I get to the move first, which has them shield anyways. At this point, if they wanted to keep their Drifblim alive, I'm going to let this go. And because it's double debuffed, I'm able to get to the last Icy Wind and hopefully take back Switch, unless they decide to double shield. They do decide to double shield. What do I do here? Okay, I go into Talonflame. This is not terrible. I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird. At this point, there should be a Rock Slide. And it didn't register the move, so I decided to farm up at least one more Incinerate. Switch into Machamp immediately to take away the debuff. And I should survive a Shadow Ball. Do I counter all the way down? And they decide to let me counter it down, which is kind of, I guess, yeah. They wanted to get more farm on their Toxicroak. It's just good. I mean, at this point, it's a good attempt because Toxicroak's gonna have a tough battle against Talonflame, so they definitely wanted to get to the Sludge Bomb, which was smart on their part. But Sludge Bomb is not gonna be enough to take out Talonflame, and I get to the Incinerate. So Talonflame closing out the game there. So Drifblim it's a tough lead. You don't see that many Drifblim leads, to be honest. Drifblim in the back, yes. And now the Jellicent's in the meta. You see even less Drifblims. Jellicent is really annoying Pokemon. It's a great lead here. Definitely want to make sure that I get my... Okay, but then... I definitely want to get my Drifblim in here to make sure that it avoids Umbreon altogether. So I throw a Rock Slide to get the shield, switch into Drifblim. I do survive with Brave Bird. So they don't throw Brave Bird, which is fine. I'm going to go straight for... Oh, it looks like I'm going for Icy Wind. Probably should shield. I survive. Barely. Not sure if this is the play. Maybe should have gone for Shadow Ball if I'm going to not shield anything. Might have cost me the game. Let's see. I'm not sure if I lose this one. Brave Bird, perfectly shield that. And I decided to throw because I was afraid they might get to another Brave Bird. What do they have in the back? Okay, so they bring in their Umbreon. I think I'm going to go straight Brave Bird here. Switch it to Machamp and hope that whatever's in the back is also weak to Machamp. And it's not, so this is GG. Yeah, I played this poorly, especially with the Drifblim. Safe swap there. I mean, not even safe swap. With the Drifblim mid-game, I lost this very hard. I should have definitely shielded. Sometimes I tend to save my shields for Talonflame, as it does come in handy. Wait, do I win this? I don't even know anymore. I definitely could have played it better, kept the alignment. No, I don't. Well, actually, I don't know. It looks like they'll definitely get to foul play before I get to another flame charge. So I don't think I win this. Yeah, they're gonna get to it first. Yeah, it was very close, very close. Okay. So that's not good because I have to get a 3-2 at this point to get Legend. I just lost the battle. So another Swampert lead. I guess this is where you want to see Swampert. You definitely want to see it in the back. It is so annoying to deal with. As you know, Swampert gets its energy before it even comes out of the Pokeball. It already has a Hydro Cannon ready. So I think spawn maybe double shield. No, I let it go. Oh no, double shield. It gets very close with the shadow because the hydro cannon does a lot more. So I lost both shields right off the bat. Do I get my shields back? We'll find out. Because it was a charm, Drifblim, I decided to switch it. Charm Ninetales, decided to switch into Drifblim. If it would have been an Powder Snow, maybe it would have gone into Talonflame. So I got both shields back now. I'm gonna go into Machamp and let them throw their energy. That allows me to come in with Talonflame to farm down. Can I get to the cross drop? No. But at this point I can farm down. The only thing they can throw at me is a foul play. I think foul play is going to do more than close combat, but they decided to throw close combat. This does not take out the Ninetales, I believe, but maybe the next Incinerate will. I should survive this barely, and I should be able to then Incinerate down the... or just throw the move. Yes, okay, good. Okay, good. That was a tough one. But again, if you see Swampert in the lead, you want to stay in with Machamp. You don't want that thing anywhere near your red bird. And then it's really annoying to deal with Drifblim anyways. Another horrible lead. Switch into Incinerate immediately. They counter me back. The goal is to not let them squeeze in any surfs, not surfs, waterfalls like they did there. So I'm letting a bunch of them go through, which is not good. Let's see, what do I do next? I come in with Machamp. This is going to be a Drill Peck, so I decide to shield. I want to get enough energy to threaten the shield back from the Galvantula. I do survive a Drill Peck. It'll leave you a little bit less than half, a little bit more than half. But I want I want the last shield. Let's see if I can get it. Maybe I'll go for a bait. Do I go for? Yeah, I do go for bait. I haven't seen these battles. It's been a week since I did this. I don't remember what I did. They nicely catch on the Machamp, but luckily I threw a cross chop and not a rock slide. That would have been resisted. They go for cross chop, and I let it go because I survive a rock slide no matter what, anyways. So that's a pro tip. If you're running Drifblim, you do survive a rock slide. So if you want to tank it, or they make the mistake of baiting. So in this game, I've been hard countered, but I've been able to get myself out of these crappy situations. Galvantula lead is not the greatest lead, but I luckily catch here on the Machamp. That was my win condition. And now I should be able to get to farm down or icy win. So just playing that really well actually saved me because that was a really rough lead. And I got countered hard in the mid game. But I was able to pull it off with that magic sack swap in the end. All right, so I just need one more win. One more win to get to legend. Can I get this win? Going against another legend. All right, Jellicent lead. Horrible lead. Horrible lead. This thing is terrible for my entire team. Switch immediately to Drifblim. Let's see what they decide to do. They decide to stay. And they would get an extra Hex in there. So now we're at even energies. This could be a Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball. Okay, they decide. Luckily, I didn't throw immediately. Because I do want to debuff this thing. I had a lot of energy, so it's actually really good. Drifblim can tank at least 3 Hydro Cannons with the added debuffs. But this is the Shadow, so it does a little bit more. I will survive this, and they can't really much shot down. Decide to counter it down. Let's see what comes back in. If they come back in with the Jellicent, I'm going to throw a Rock Slide, try to chip it down. At this point, I have to hope that that did good amount, actually. And I'm going to hope that they bait here. Now, I'm down a shield, so they might think that I'm going to shield. They don't. But do they shield? Do they think this is a Rock Slide? They do. So that was actually probably what saved my game there. I got a shield from them there. So I'm going to go straight for the Shadow Ball. No bait this time. Though it's clear that I'm going for Shadow Ball, but so I could have baited them twice. That would have been really embarrassing. Uh, um, Luckily, they probably don't even have Bubble Beam. They're probably running Ice Beam. There's no way they didn't bait at this point because every Jellicent baits. Luckily, the back line is completely weak to Talonflame. I get the last battle that I needed to get to Legends. That was it. Actually, I already had 1-3. Okay, I guess that was the fourth one. Just to show you how I overcame those really terrible leads either way. So I hope you enjoyed the battles. Thanks for watching my journey of getting to Legend in Season 7. I met my goal of not getting Legend in the Master League this time and getting it in a different league. So I'm excited. Maybe next season we'll get it in Great League. We'll see. But thank you. Leave a like, subscribe, listen to my podcast, The Well Lords. New episodes come out every Friday. We're on all major platforms. All right. Have a good one.